How NBA players forced to change their numbers. There's been some noticeable number changes throughout the history of the NBA. Numbers and players are a unity that defines a player. When you see a number, you automatically think of a player. So what happens when a player decides that he wants a new number? How were they able to pull that change off? Keep watching to find out. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is synonymous with the number 23. When you think of the number 23, you think of Jordan, no matter the sport. But when Jordan went to play baseball, he played wearing the number 45 because it was his later father's favorite number. When Jordan returned to basketball, he kept the number 45 because he did not want to play in a number that his father saw him play in. But now, as we all know, he eventually switched back to 23 in that season. What people do not know is that the Bulls were fined for the games Jordan wore number 45. It was such a big thing that both the franchise and the player were in trouble over Jordan's decision to change his number from 23 to 45. LeBron James. While MJ will always be known as 23, LeBron is not too far behind him. James picked 23 in honor of Jordan. When LeBron went to Miami in 2011, he decided it was time to change things up when it came to his number. He stated that no one should be able to wear 23 in the NBA and that it should be retired from all teams in the league. When LeBron went back to Cleveland, he went back to 23 and used it in his first year in LA. When Anthony Davis was traded to LA, LeBron wanted to give him 23 and go back to 6. Unfortunately, it was too late in the offseason for LeBron to change numbers, and Nike actually got involved and squashed that idea. Now that there is time, does LeBron give AD 23, or does the fact that they won the title change their plans? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Kobe Bryant. Kobe is the first player in league history to have two numbers retired by the same team. Kobe chose 8 because he said he was trying to prove himself in the league and that he needed to gain that respect. He explained why he switched to 24 because it was time to mature and grow as a player. He stated that switching to 24 was a sign of that as well. So while no one forced Kobe to change his number, it was a change that was a bit strange at first for a lot of fans. While Kobe said it was a change in mentality that did it, everyone could see that it was the same old Black Mamba mentality on the court, no matter what number he had on. Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis had worn 23 his whole life. As a kid who grew up in Chicago, it is no surprise that Michael Jordan would be a huge influence in his life. He wore 23 in New Orleans and then switched to 3 in LA. As stated earlier when talking about LeBron, AD tried to bring his number 23 to LA, but the league and Nike halted that by saying it was too late in the offseason for that and that it would cost too much to reprint those jerseys. We will have to wait and see if AD is able to go back to 23 next year. This is a short offseason, so they better decide quickly. Andre Drummond. While Andre Drummond may not be the most popular player amongst NBA fans, he is also a player that underwent a number change. While with the Detroit Pistons, Drummond used to wear the number 1. When it was announced the future Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups would be returning to Detroit, Drummond graciously offered up Billups' old number and switched to the number 0. Given that the NBA can be a bit strict with changes in apparel, not many people knew if that was even going to be possible. Billups was of course very grateful for Drummond, saying that he deserves his own number because that will be retired one day in Detroit as well. While that may be untrue now, it was still a great moment between Billups and Drummond. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's number change came on one day. While he is known for being 21, he decided he wanted to honor Kobe Bryant by wearing 24 for one game. He had to get it okayed from the Sixers organization since the number 24 was retired by the Sixers because of Bobby Jones. Bobby Jones understood and okayed Embiid wearing his number for a game. He gave Embiid one special request, and that was to play hard on defense. He stated that it is what the number 24 represented for both he and Kobe. Allen Iverson. The answer is known for the number 3. Everywhere you go in Philly, you will see jerseys with the number 3 on them. For one All-Star game though, Iverson decided to ditch his number 3. He decided he wanted to pay homage to Sixers legend Dr. Julius Erving and wear number 6. Dr. J means a lot to Iverson and the franchise he dearly loves. So it was a nice surprise to see AI switch up his number, even if it was for one game. Iverson wanted to wear 6, but the NBA lockout happened and the chance of witnessing one of the greats wear number 6 again was lost. Luckily, we got to see LeBron wear 6 in honor of Dr. J during his years in Miami. Well, there you have it. What do you think? Were there any players who changed their numbers that we missed? Comment below and let us know your thoughts. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe.